So recording has been started. I am coming here back and my Eclipse should be open. Let me first open the Eclipse. So basically, Amit, what it does, Eclipse, it has a workspace. So in my computer, in D drive, I have a workspace. Consider this, okay? And suppose that I want to switch to new workspace. So what I have to do? Let me show you demo part. Yes, I've created a folder over here. Demo workspace like that. I just created it. As of now, it's an empty folder and nothing is there inside that. So what you have to do, you have to go to your Eclipse part, let it be open, then I will show you the workspace things. Because sometimes like workspace is not properly configured, or like I uploaded the project from my part and it is not the same configuration in your computer, so you will get like class not found exception kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, for the projects I created myself, whatever
That is, yeah,
was working.
that will work.
Yeah.
Since that project is copied from somewhere else, so that configurations is won't be having in your computer.
Yeah.
So in that case, you might face that issue, but
Yeah, I tried that, but that did not work. Then I was not able to, but that's fine. I mean,
so
the
two
workspace,
solutions,
new workspace one, I did not try creating the new workspace. So that I will try as well.
two solutions are there. One is creating new workspace and try to import there. So after creating, you have to switch it, okay? And once you switch it, then you try to import it there. And second is that remove the GRE library and then re-add it. So that the two
Yeah,
ways.
that I tried. I mean, it worked when I removed everything from this, apart from the GRE. When I removed everything, then your code started working with warning. There was some warning.
So now it is
But
working.
then yeah, I mean that once it working, but it was showing some warning.
Warning is
So
okay.
I can try it again, and then I mean that way it worked.
Why Eclipse
So
is taking so much of time?
Eclipse is also not in a mood to work today. There was one more file there, org.testing.testng container. So testng is not configured in my system till now. I think that may be also causing problem.
Maybe. org.testng.eclipse loading.
Raju, I have one more query. I mean, build the Eclipse I am using, it don't show me the build the project. Which version I have? Let me see.
Basically, it's build project is Java things, but sorry, Maven things. But here you can go and build
Okay.
a project. In the project, you have a build. It's normally checked in, so you don't need to do anything basically. It will
Okay.
automatically. Okay. So you can see here, I have that folder over here, and consider that you are facing some trouble. So what you can do? Let me switch the workspace first. And I have this project somewhere in my computer. You can just see the location. Just right click over there and you will see the location. Properties, and I'm going to location. You can see D drive project workspace. In this location, this project is actually located. Okay, and if you want to go, you can just click on this, so it will take you that project location. So this is one way but tracking. But what I am going to do, I am switching my workspace. So just now I created a separate workspace. Let me show you again. So in my D drive, this is the workspace I have created, like demo workspace. As of now it is empty. So what I am going to do, I am making it as a Eclipse workspace. So switch workspace, I'm like going here and it automatically showing here, but I will go from here other and going to browse and then going to D drive, and then it will show you all the things proper way. I am just going I just created it and I create OK. So you see here, the current workspace is being saved and like new workspace is being created. So once it is creating the new workspace, it will do some things that you have to know. You can see here, something is it is created dot metadata. So metadata will keep all the information that what kind of workspace it is and where it is located. So as of now it is in the process. You can see here switching workspace. You should know this process, that what is happening in the background. So it is coming like this. You can uncheck this, because every time I don't need this, and I can close this welcome screen. So as of now this is blank one, but if you want to re-import the project, so what you have to do, just right click over here and there will be import options, and a particular project if you want to import, go to general and existing project into the current workspace. So this option you have to opt out. So in general you will get existing projects into the workspace, means current workspace. So I'm going there next, and then it is asking me that give me the project name. So I'm going to the browse, and my project is there in the D drive project workspace folder, right? So I have, this is my current workspace, but I have a different project in different workspace. So what we have to do, physically it will be there, but I'm just importing it. Okay, importing means a copy, duplicate copy will not be created. It just refer the this project only. So there will be only one copy in the computer. It is not creating the duplicate. So I'm just creating and just giving the root folder name and clicking on OK. That's it. So once you click here, it will automatically show your project, and there just click on finish. That's it. So once you do that, that particular project, it will show you.
And we can do it from the from the Git path as well.
Yes.
We can import from there as well.
Yes, that is cloning.
Yeah.
And suppose that this project is there in the Git, right? And I have the link, so I can directly import it from there.
I mean, actually, I did it from there itself.
So you can see here, this project is now here, and I am just wanted to test some like basic program that it is working or not. So let me, because this is a new workspace, right? Consider that this is something, a program. So I just right click over here and go to run as Java application. So I'm running it and I'm getting the output. So it's working fine, right? So this is one way. And second problem was, consider that you have Java over here. So what you can do, as of now you can see that I have a system library over here. So maybe this is not configured properly. So what you can do, go to the project, just right click here, and there is a build path. So from there also you can go, but go from the properties. I would suggest like this. Go to the property and go to the Java build path. And in go to the Java build path, we have a different tabs. So go to the libraries, not other things, okay? And just look for the JRE. You can remove it. Once you remove it,
Raju, 1 second. Can you just stop? So,
yes.
In my system, what was happening, that all the GREs here, it was giving this error, some kind of. So I had to remove everything. Only the Java build path I
Yeah,
kept, and then
yeah,
only
because you see here you will get this error
the
because
path is different.
the path is different. So what you have to do, either put the same thing in this same path, or you remove everything and add everything wherever you have kept. So consider
So
that,
these are jar paths.
yeah, this you see in the location of this file, it is locating where? It is saying that it is from the D drive project Selenium, something like it is configured. So you have to put in the same location, right? So You can give it, right? Means either same location you keep all the things, the same jar file should be there,
So
4.1.2.
these jar files I can import from this library.
Yeah, you can. Suppose that,
Add external jars, right?
see, I'll show you both. Means remove
Okay.
everything. Whatever the error you're getting, right? I removed it.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have to add Java and Selenium. Two things I have to add. So first let me go with the Java process. Java is a standard library, right? So you go with the library. You go click here, add library, and you click on the what you call GRE system library. Then click on next, and from where you want to import, like which version you want to import. Suppose that you have something, so you can opt it here. So there are different, so you can just click and select it. But normally it is directly configured, so I'm taking this one. But you can take this one. That's which one you want to take. Okay, so I'm clicking on finish. So Java is added. Now
Mm-hmm.
I have to add Selenium things. So Selenium is latest version is already there, so I can go and download and like re-import it. But since I already have the old version, first I will look into that part. So this is add external jars. For Selenium things, we have to add this button and go to your computer, means wherever you have. First check that which location you have. So I have Selenium 2 versions. One is 4.1.0, one is 4.1.2 in my D drive project folder. So I will go with the Selenium 4.1.2. And then I have two things. One is library and one is other jar files. So first select all the things, and only library I have left. But rest of the things I have already imported. So you can see here it is added over here. And now second is again click here, go to the lib folder, and again do select all, control open. So now everything is added. Just click on apply and OK. So this should be okay. You will get everything over here
Okay.
after that. So this is one standard practice you can do, and you can check a simple like hello world program whether it is working or not. If that is working, it means it's properly configured.
So
You
the
can see that.
latest version I am getting this Selenium dev is 4.4 now.
So don't add
Java.
4.4 because there are a lot of changes. Means you won't be compatible with that. It's better to
Okay.
have 4.1.0 or 4.1.2. So
Okay.
you see here after adding the Java libraries and things, you can do one thing. You can just clean up the project. Okay. So maybe some error will be there, so that will be removed automatically. Once the project is cleaned up, then I will just test a simple program whether it is working or not. So this
Okay.
should resolve your issue. You can give a try.
Yeah, sure. I will definitely give it a try today itself. I mean, I'm getting a warning, so this library I need to add. I think it will be fine.
So you see here, I'm just removing it from here. So I'm not deleting it from my computer. I'm just removing it from the workspace. So there you will get this checkbox. Don't check it, okay? Because once you check it, it will be gone from your computer.
Mm-hmm.
So you see here, now it has been removed. And if you want to add it from Git, so that process also I will show you. GitHub, I'm going. This is the project, and go to the code part. One is download part and one is direct cloning part. So if you are going with the cloning part, so you should be knowing the Git commands, right? So I'm coming there, right click, import. You see here Git options is there, project from Git. If you are cloning, otherwise there is a download option, directly you can go and see. So project from Git, next. And this option is there, clone URI. I'm going there. So links, since you have already copied, everything will be there. You click on, maybe it will create some problem because my Eclipse was not working, but let me try. So user ID password it is asking, whether it will ask that time also. Next. So it will create a master, and where it will be copied, that part also I will show you. So you can see here in the training folder, training folder .git, and this folder will be created. So it is showing that by default this directory will be there, but if you want to change, you can just browse and change it. So I think it's already created. Let it be like that, it's okay, but later on also you can do that. And then I'm clicking on next. And same way you can do it from the command line as well. So if you know like command line commands, maybe you don't remember, but it's okay, you can take the help of internet. Commands are already written over there. You just copy and paste the command and then you can use it. So import existing project into Eclipse, import as a general project, import as a new project with us. So asking for that, so it's okay. I'm just it's cloning is done, and after that importing part is needed. Just see here. So this was the cloning part, because I have done the cloning. Cloning means a copy, new copy of that repository is created in this location. And now I'm doing importing. So I'm just clicking on next. So it will do the normal process and just click on finish. So now this project is from the Git. You can check it. And since it is from my computer, so all the paths and all such things will be there. So I'm going to the properties and you can see a build path. By default, you will get this, but maybe your computer is having a different path. So you just remove everything and add the fresh one. Hope it will resolve your issue. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm removing this because I don't need this. This was just for demo.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting things done. The only that screen I have shared in the chat. So that screen I'm getting this warning, error existing required project. So I think a cleanup I did not done. Let me try that cleanup as well.
So I'm deleting it from my computer as well, because this is a duplicate one. Original I have in a different workspace. So I have already deleted it. Again, I'm going to switch my workspace. So switch workspace is there. I'm going to my original workspace. You can see here by default I am coming to my original workspace, and I'm going to the src folder again, and I'm going to the loops part, which I have to cover up. So I have covered the for loop only. Means I am thinking like that. I have covered the for loop. So for loop basic syntax you already understand. This is the mandatory part. First is initialization part is not mandatory. This is the condition part. Condition part is mandatory, and the increment and decrement part is optional, and initialization part is optional. So you can have multiple initialization, multiple increment or decrement you can have, but this is only one. So this will return true or false. Okay. So this is basic syntax of for loop, and once this curly bracket is optional, means if you have one statement, one line, so you can put or don't put, it's up to you. But if you have multiple lines, so you must put, because that will be considered as a block. Without block, you cannot go for execution. Okay. So did you try for like that one? For loop, any example you have tried or not? If you have not tried, try for like couple of programs, and I would highly recommend that you just must do one programming per day. It's not a big deal, which you can do it for yourself, and this will keep you touch in Java, and that will really help you. during interview, because in an interview nowadays I am seeing this pattern. People are not only asking questions, they are going for Java programming demo. As they will ask you to share your screen, not Eclipse, just share your screen, open a notepad and just try writing the program. So if you have something, write everything from your mind, so the practice comes, like practice will help you. So you must do that. Every day one program is mandatory for you. You can see here this syntax, it is initialization. It can be single or multiple can be done. Condition only one needed, and increment or decrement means anything. It can be one or multiple also, that's allowed. This is called a statement, and S is there. It means you can have multiple, and this curly bracket depends upon that how many you have. So if it is one, then you can ignore. If it is many, so you can use it. So I'm coming to the for loop demo. Loop demo. For loop demo, we have gone through this example. This is then for loop demo. So I was giving the demo on the basis of that. So this is for loop with break, which I have shown you, and this was with continue. So continue, what it will do, let me comment this part, break part. Okay, you can see here I have a for loop int I equal to 1, I is less than 100, up to 1 to 99 I'm going. If I put here equal to, it means it will become 1 to 100, and I'm saying that if ch means character value, initial value is a, I'm saying that if ch is greater than 90, and this is called and, means one condition and second condition, and ch is less than 97, so what you will do should be less than equal to, what is it, less than, should be okay. And doing ch plus plus means just increment it and continue. So what continue will do, continue will not do anything, it just makes the control from here, not, it will not make the control to go forward in the for loop. What it will do, when it will come here, this will go here in the line number 19, and it will increment the value of I, and then it will check for the condition. Now what is the value of I, whether it is matching the condition or not. So on that basis it is going to, so for certain number of things I have put a continue. So continue will just continue the loop, it will not go to the next part. If this condition is not matching, then it will come and do the next part. So you just see here what I am doing here, running this loop condition. Just focus on continue here. Basically it will start printing 100 times, but for particular characters it won't print, because I have put a condition like that. This Eclipse not good, it's so much time. Hang. Let's wait. Let me close the Eclipse. I think there is some problem. Hey, my computer is also not responding. What happened?
Too much work, I think.
No, it's Eclipse issue. I know. Sometimes it behaves like this. So now it came. I was just showing you the demo for that. Just right clicking here, run as Java application. It's not highlighted, yeah. So you can see here, for a particular characters, it will skip. Basically, it printed 100 times, but for particular character series, it didn't printed. So if I remove this part, as I commented it, and just see that what will happen if this part will not be there. If I again run this program and just see the output. So its starting value is capital A and it is just keep on printing everything, all the things. So from like 65 to 160, 164, right? So up to there the loop will work, and whatever the character are there, so all the characters will be printed. You can see here. So special characters also printed, capital small characters also printed. After a small character, again some special characters started printing. So basically there are what do you call 256 character. So if you want to print the entire series, so you can do one thing. I'll show you that part as well. Someone is asking just print the ASCII table. So you just start from the 1. I think it's 0 from 0 to 255. So int num equal to 0. I'm taking like number equal to 0 and I will start printing in the character format. So how to do that? I'll show you that part. For I already have, let me put it here. Initialization part is here. I did that. And loop condition. So I want my loop I is less than equal to 255. Sorry, it should be 255. You will see the ASCII table, then you will come to know that how many characters are there, and then I'm taking it as a loop. So this is increment and decrement. Oh, it is num here. So let me take as a num. Basically, num will start from the 0 and like it will go up to 255. So total 256 characters are there. And before going to this, I'll show you the ASCII table. So go and check here ASCII table. So you will see this kind of table over there. So it is printing like everything. You can check here. So the numbers are starting from 48. When it will so 0. These numbers will be printed when the number normal number means I have taken a starting value 0 and the last value is like 255. So positive negatives are there. You can see 93, 94, something like that it is coming, and total is like 256 characters. So this is one table. I will show you more example, then you will understand. This is ASCII table. So basically it is covering 127 up to 127, but we can print up to 255. So you just go and check out. So what I am trying to do, I will print the value of num. Yes out. First I will show you normal, then I will convert into the character one. I'm just printing it. Okay. And let me run it. To check from where this loop works. So this loop is working from 0 and this loop is printing up to 255. So what I will do, num plus some space I will give, and then I will print the num into character format. So how you will convert it? So there is a way of typecasting. You can typecast it like this. So what it will do? It will print the integer and then it will print the character for the same. And you just run it and you check it. It works like that. You can see this output. For 0, it's not coming. Some characters is not recognized. It should be okay. And check. You can see here. Special characters is starting from 33, and then from 48 it is starting 0. So it will start from 0. You can see here, and then the special characters is running here. The number is starting from 48. So 48 equivalent is numerical 0. So you think of that. And then it is going like that. Capital A is starting from 65. Then small a is starting from 97. And ending point also you should remember. That's it ending up to 90. And then this range is. So sometime you will be given a character and you have to recognize whether it's a number or character or special character. So based on the range you can just identify. You can see here after 127 probably it is not recognizing. So it's some question mark it is printing, but some other characters also it is printing. So like this you can just print the entire ASCII table. So this is one question for you. That is very good. You can give it a try. And other continue part also you have seen. Means if you highlight this part, I'm saying that this part, let me copy here and paste. This is just a demo of continue. So initial value of, I will take it here, and I'm saying that continue. So what normally earlier it was printing, you have already seen. Show view, console. So basically it was printing the entire table from 0 to 255. But now I have said that if what do you call ch value is greater than 90 and less than 97, so just do ch plus plus and continue. And then I am printing here. So what I have to do, I have to do a ch plus plus outside as well, because I'm not printing ch here, but I'm just adding the value. Based on that my condition will work. So if I have to use continue, so based on condition this value will increment, and if this is normal printing, then also I want to increment the count of ch. So based on ch value, what it will do, it will like do the continue. So continue will do only one thing. When it will come to line number 35, it will not print these statements, it will just continue and come here. So till the time it will come and like doing those things, it will just continue. Next part will be skipped. So let me show you and run and then. So you see here the condition was greater than 90. So if you come here and check for that number whether it is there or not. So greater than 90 is like 91. It should not be printed. How it is printing? Because of it is printing, right? So here I am also like doing 91, 92, 93, 94, everything printed. Somewhere the logic is incorrect. So let me introduce that logic. ch value is initially is a, that should be okay, but when it will come to ch greater than 90 and less than 90, then you should use continue. So when it will use continue, it will just continue the loop, it should not print. And when it will not continue, it will come here and print the number and equivalent value, and it will increment the ch. So this is for loop. Should work, right? How it is not working? Let me run again. How come?
It's printing everything inside the for loop, whatever it has.
No, but actually printing part is done here, line number 37. See here. It should not go to the line number, because what I am putting here condition. Oh, somewhere it is missing, but based on, you see here, I got it. Initial value was 65, right? So you check this number, when it will come here, somewhere it will escape, because that is not that part. Somewhere you will see that the numbers range should be missing.
ch equal to a, it is initialized above.
No, you see this part, somewhere it will be missing. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 33, 41, 45. Should miss what I'm expecting, because this is something strange. If I run this in the debug mode, let me check in the debug mode. It is coming here, should be okay. A num equal to 0, it is printing here, okay. ch is b, again coming here, it is checking ch, so this condition is false, and it is coming here and it is incrementing, so ch is incremented c. I just want to check the use of.
I think that this if condition is causing the problem, because ideally it should print the value between 91 and 97. Based off this AND condition, right?
It should come, because somewhere it should match, right? ch
Yes.
is greater than 90. So I'm just checking that part, why it is not coming. Let me execute as normal. It should come. I'll check it later. It's okay. Let me execute once more. I need to check the output of different way. Run as Java application. So I'm coming here. Capital A to capital Z it is printing. Then this should not be printed, which is it is printing. And then, so maybe this loop is creating a problem, but you can check that whether same thing I am trying to do here, same thing it is printing. Commenting here and just printing initial I equal to 1. Let me do that. Same thing I did here, right? But it is working here. Nothing different logic is there. Almost same. So this is the break part, means based on condition you are breaking the loop, so it will just break the loop or continue something, it will not go to the next lines, it will just skip the next line. So basically the working principle is like that, and I'm putting the initial value is like capital A, and this I have just implemented. You see here it's working, so you can check it is not printing that part, it is just skipping. So when ch is greater than 90, it is skipping, and same thing I'm trying to do here. There should be something mismatch. I need to check why it is not doing, but later I will check it. It's okay. So this is one example of like a break and continue, and I will check more examples of the for loop. I'll show you. See, one is like 1 to 100. Someone is saying that just print 1 to 100. So how you will do that? So you can try it in a multiple way. Let me comment this part. So this is a program, just it will print 1 to 100. So initial value I am setting 1, final value I am setting as a condition for I should be less than equal to 100, and I plus plus means 1 by 1 I just want to increment the value. And this is something I am not printing from 100 to 1, rather I am printing 100, 1 to 100 I am not printing, I am printing 100 to I think 1. So you see here what is the logic I have put? I have put the initial value here for printing 101 minus I. So I value is 1. So 100 minus 1 it will print 1. Then next time it will print 99. Then next time it will print 98. This is something way of printing, because sometimes in the interview they will ask like that. That loop should be in the increment order, but the output should be in the decrement order. So you can just apply your logic. You can see that I'm getting the output like that. So this is one way, but if you want, you can just print the simple loop, means ascending order, S out the value of I plus some space I will give, so that it will be printing with some space as well. So loop is normally used in the what you call when you have same kind of work over there. Print and println. So println will break the line, but print will not break the line. So you can see here I'm getting this ascending order, this is something descending order. So if you have to print in descending order, ascending order, you can control your loop like that. This is one loop, and something it is nested loop. Nested loop means for inside for. If that is the case, how you are going to do that? So that is also one example. I'll show you that part. You see here, this is outer for loop, this is inner for loop. So one for loop is outside, one for loop is inside. So you can have like multiple for loops, for loop, for loop. So that is allowed in Java. So in outer for loop, what I am going to do, I have I, it means like a row and column wise I want to print. So that kind of concept I am going to give you. So you see here I have I equal to 1, I is less than equal to 10. Means this loop, outer loop will work for 10 rows. Consider one example, it will be a 10 row. So it's a table kind of a structure, just visualize it, means you have a row and columns over there. So this outer loop will focus on the row. So it is telling that I have 10 row to do something, and the inner loop it will work for a column basis. So I'm telling like column is 1 to 10, is 10 by 10 kind of thing I'm going to print. So inner column, like column wise, it's starting from 1 and again it is going to 10, but printing wise what I'm trying to do logic, just see that part. Let's remove this part, as of now not needed, this part, additional part. So this is the like 1 to 10, and this is also 1 to 10. So in outer like row wise 10 rows and column wise 10 columns I have. So what I am printing here, I into j. So it means first time 1 into 1, second time 1 into 2. So because the inner value will be keep on incrementing, and then spacing I am printing. So once it will complete like one for one row it will complete, then it will come the second row. Then second row I value will be 2, and then again it will start from the 1. So 2 into 1, 2. So like this it will keep on printing 10 rows and 10 times it will print. So it means like I'm just printing table kind of thing, right? So for every table we have like columns, and that column will be multiplied and it will be printed. So this is the closing of inner for loop. You see here it will be highlighted so that you will understand. If I click here it will be highlighted, if I click here it will be highlighted. So this is something inner for loop closing, this is something outer for loop closing. So before closing of outer for loop I have put this line of a statement. This is just to break the line, because once my row will be completed, sorry, one row will be completed, and for starting new row again when loop will start. So I'm just printing one break, sorry, line break. System.out.println, I am not printing anything, it will just break the line. So let me show you the output of this, then you will understand what is happening here. First time table of 1, second time table of 2, third time table of 3. So like this you can print out. So consider that you have to print the table of 20 up to 20 for your kids. So you can configure this way, that I want my table to be printed for 1 to 20, and just let it done. So it will print the table of 1 to 20. You can check over here, right? If you want to print the table up to 11, so you can just set the value that no, row 11 rows. So it will just print the table of 11. And you see here, if I don't put this line of breaker, then what will happen? I commented it out and just run it. Java application. So it printed everything in a single row. It is printing, it is giving the output, but it is not as expected. So that's why I'm breaking the, once one row is completed, then just after inner for loop, just put this statement. It will break and start from the new line. Okay. So you can come here. But if you want to put like, no, not 10, I should let 5, up to 5 I want. So I will just put 5. So we will get the output up to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 to 10, 3 to 15. So multiply it, whatever the value you will set, you will get. Like 8 you put here. So it will go column wise, it will go up to 8. So 1 to 8. You can see here, right? So this is something very interesting example for that inner for loop. And let me go more examples. I have a table of 5 to print, right? So how to print it? I take the number and I take like I equal to 1, I is less than 10, I plus plus. And this line of code I am printing here. You see here what I am doing here. This is the num. It will print 5. Then it will print cross symbol because it is in the double quotes. And then the value of I. So I value is 1. So 5, 1 ja, it will print. Then equal to is in the double quotes. Means this is masses, it will print. And then finally num into I. So num into I. 5 into 1, it will print. So like that, it will run for 10 times. And you check the output, how it is giving 5 into 1, like 5 table it is printing here. So you can just control the number which table I want print. I just want to print 11. I run it, it will print the table of 11. Understand? So this way you can design. And this is something test array. So array things you have to understand. Consider that array is basically what high level things I will go through, because array is a separate topic here. But since for loop is associated with array concept, so you should know this. So what I am doing here, similar data type I am creating. Array is what? Array is basically fixed size continuous memory location of same kind of data type. It means you design it for integer, so you can only put integer. If you design for a string, you will keep the string. So actually initially what was the trouble happening? You were creating x, y, z, p, q, r, so many variables, right? So that was like something People were not liking it much, because consider that for a couple of small variables would be okay, and if you have to work for 100 variable, then it would be a very complex task. Accessing, creating, everything is a complex task. So reduce that, we have an array concept. So consider that you have to create like 5 numbers, so you can write like this. It's a 5 variables continuous memory it is created. So size wise I am giving 5, but to access it we have indexing system 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So valid indexes is like that. And if you want to initialize the value, so this way you can initialize. So one is creation, initialization same time, one is creation is one time, initialization you want to do later. So I will show you both way. This is creation part and this is initialization part. Declaration and instantiation we call it. So you can see here the new keyword is coming the picture, and the size you are giving here, and the data type you are giving here, and the local variable. So how you will access this array? So via this name. So indexing this I am trying to access it later. When array is of size 5, so it means memory location it will acquire index basis 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you try to access 5, you will get some error because that is not possible. Size is 5, but indexing is 0 to 4. Just remember this fact. So you see here, I have the array and I want to print it. So how to print it? That also you should know. Every array in Java is having one length variable over there. Go there any array. Once you create it, you will automatically get the length. So length will give you the size of this array, right? So what I am trying to do, from starting value 0 means it can be 100, it can be 200, who will remember, right? So creation part is done. Now I want to print the value. So how to print the value? Just see that part. So I equal to 0, indexing value I am setting as to access this first 0. Then I is less than a dot length. So a is the name of array and dot is the every array, whatever the array you will create, it will have by default this variable length, because this is related for size. So I'm saying that I should be less than array size. Basically you will consider this array size and I plus plus. So 0 will keep on growing up. First time it is 0, 1, 2, 3, and since it is less than 5, so when it will come 4 it is okay, but when it will come 5 this loop will not work. So indexing wise also completed, and here I am trying to print. So printing wise I am, first time it will print a of 0, second time a of 1, third time a of 2, like that it will keep on printing. And once you run this program, you just check the output how you are getting. You're getting the same output. First time 10, 20, 70, 40, 50. Consider that you make it 6. Then you can add one more value. Here I am not making any change. You see here, it will automatically calculate that what is the size and all such things, and based on that it will work. So this is one way. Second way is, don't do this way, creation and initialization in a single line. So let me comment everything over here and look for the other process. So other process is that I will create the left part like same, left part will be same, but the right part will be changed. So it will automatically initialize based on the size. So I'm not giving any size over here and I'm just initializing it. So curly bracket will be started and curly bracket will be closed, semicolon will be there, and the integer value, because it is int type, so integer value will be there. And once you try to print this, you will see the output. It's a 5, 6, 8, 9, whatever it is there. You can see here same order it is printing, right? So this is something loop concepts using array, so that I have already showed you. Let me comment this part. This is a string array. So you have already played with the integers numbers. Now let's come to the string part. string part is a Java like what do you call object. Means we have to play with the string name and all such things, so you can do that. So rest of the things are same here, curly bracket started, curly bracket closed, but since it is a string, so string is normally not written without double quotes. So you see here everywhere I am putting in a double quotes, double quotes, double quotes. Rest of the format is same, comma will be there, everything will be there, and the data type is a string. So this is something also changing. It was integer, it is a string. So string data type I am putting here, so it will automatically create and all such thing, and rest of the process will be same. You see that this loop, you will see this loop, everything is same, nothing changed. You can just let me put some space, should be okay. You can see. So what it will do, it will start the index from 0, as array part will be there, so just focus there that what index should you are giving. So whenever the case is array, you should always start the index position from 0, and the loop condition will always go to the array dot length. So array name is str, so str dot length. Here array name was a, so a dot length. It's array name dot length. This is the by default variable in every array, and this variable will calculate the size of the array. So it loop will run up to the size, and then rest of the things are same. Just run it and test it. It's computer hello Mohan Madan, whatever it is there, it is coming like that. So this is something for loop. Every example I have given, and I will look for the while loop. So while loop I have here, I will look here. So while loop is like syntaxes, while will be there, the condition will be here in the small bracket, and if it is multiple line, you can use curly bracket or you can have same, it's okay. So what I am going to do in the loop, where is that while loop demo? If it is not there, I will create it. Consider that I have new class while loop demo. It's just a Java program, so I'm just creating it. Finish. I think there was, I forgot, it was here. Yeah, it was here. Can see. So you can see here there is slight change in while loop, not much change. So in for loop, initialization part was kept here, but in the while loop you only have the condition part. So it means for loop, any loop, this is the mandatory rule. You have like one condition part, one is initialization part, and one is increment or decrement part. So while loop also follows the same pattern, but the way of writing is different. So initialization part you do from before the while loop. It's before starting the while loop, you do the initialization somewhere, anywhere it is. It's not just above that. Anywhere you can do that. It's okay. The condition part will be kept here, and the increment decrement you can keep anywhere in this block. It's up to you. Anywhere means you are free. So normally what we are doing before closing of this curly bracket, I am putting that increment or decrement. So I want to do print the date. You see here, I want to print the date. So I'm putting I plus plus. So 10 times it will print, but I want to print some time delay, means after 2 seconds, 3 seconds kind of thing. So there is a interrupt kind of thing which keeps on waiting for the program. It will hold the interrupt. I'm putting here 2 seconds delay. And just remember, once you add this interrupt, the compiler will ask to for this. So you just do it, no problem. Just think of that, it is not there. I'll show you that part. As of now, it's not there, so I will get some compilation error. See here, I'm getting a compilation error. So when I mouse over here, it will ask you add throws declaration. Just click on that, it will add this. So once it will be added, your program is ready to run, and check the logic what I am doing here. Initial value of I is 1. So it will come here and check I is less than equal to 10. Correct. So if the condition is correct, it will enter in this loop. It will print this line of, then I is incremented. After execution of this line, the value of I will be incremented. So I will become as 2. So then after that, it will wait for some time. Then it will find this. So when it will find this, it will go there. Where? Here. Again. And check for the condition. So if condition is true or false, so condition is again it is true because the value of I is 2. So 10 times it is correct, and after the 10 times it will be incorrect. When it is incorrect, it will not go inside the loop, it will come like this. End of the program. So I'm running this. You check this out. So after 2 seconds, it will keep on printing because the loop is going on. And how you will make the difference? You check this whether it is working as expected or not. So while loop is sometimes used, but mostly you will be using for loop. You can see here. Consider one more example about while loop. One example would not be enough. Then take one more example. So I am saying that the Z I am taking initialization part I am taking here Z equal to 5, and the condition part I am taking here Z is less than equal to 100. So first time it will be correct, and then I am printing the value of Z. Then I am doing Z plus equal to 5. So what does it means? It means Z equal to Z plus 5. So this is just a way of writing. Means every time 5 will be incremented, and when it will be incremented, then it will come here and check the condition. Next time it will be 10. So it will print like 10. So this way it will keep on adding Z equal to Z plus 5. So whatever the value is there, just add the 5 every time. So first time 5, then 10, 15, like this it will keep on printing. You see the output, it is printing. Can see here. So this is one more example of the what you call. Someone will say that what is similarity between for loop and while loop. So you can show like this. So this is something very interesting part. You see here, I have just put the mandatory things like while. Okay. So condition part I have kept here. This first initialization I have removed. I am not doing here. And this is increment decrement also I am not doing here. So it becomes the same like while loop. Basically it is a for loop, but it is just behaving like, but the semicolon is mandatory over here because this is a syntax. It basically divides it in the 3 sections. One is initialization, one is condition check, and one is increment or decrement. So increment decrement is optional. If you don't put, should be okay. If you don't put, should be okay, but this is mandatory. So now it is behaving like while loop. Initialization I am doing outside, and increment and decrement I am not doing here, I am doing somewhere here. You can see here. So I'm just putting 1 second delay and printing the date. So 10 times. So it will just, you will feel that you are working with the while loop. So this is something about while loop and for loop. This for loop also can be used as a while loop, and while loop cannot be used as a for loop, but yeah, for loop can be used as a while loop. So basically loop has three things. One is initialization, one is condition check, and one is either increment or decrement. So that is the importance about loop, and same kind of work, like if you have to do printing, then you can use it. So next is do while loop. So do while loop is like similar like other loops, but the condition is the only thing that for the first time it won't check the condition. For second time it will check the condition. So that is why it is called do then while. Okay. So in the do section, whatever you want to design, you can design. It will just do once, and for next time if you want to do, it will check the condition. If it is doable or not, then only it will do. If based on the condition, it will do. So you see here, I have put here I equal to 1. That should be okay. It is coming here, it's just doing something. What I am doing, I'm printing the value of I. Here I printing and date printing, so it will be done. Okay, then I'm saying that while I is less than 10, so initially how much the value? 1. So this loop will work for the 10 times, there is no problem. So this is a just behave as a normal loop, so you won't find any interesting thing. But see, if I put here 100, this condition is surely like going to be false. When it will come here, you check that it is less than equal to 10, so it is a false statement. It's like this loop will not pass. Then also it will at least print for 1, because the do section doesn't check any condition. So that is the only difference between for loop and while loop and do while. So do while is like first time it doesn't check any condition, but for the next time it will check on the condition. So that is why it is sometimes you have to do something one time only, and next time based on the condition you have to do, then only you can use it, otherwise no need. People are not using it much, so that's why it is not very much important, but since it is a part of loop, you should know this part. So this is something simple one, but there is a for each loop that we have to understand, and that is very important. You can see here this part. This is something example of for each. I will show you this part especially. See, focus on line number 15. What I am trying to do, I am converting into the character array. Okay, so this is something, a method is there to convert into the character array to a string. So what I am doing here, let me, basically this loop is good for collections kind of thing, it's a array kind of things you can say. And when you don't have to check for any condition and all such things like looping condition, so you can use it. So without any condition, if you have to go with the loop, so you can use for each loop. So what it does, it says that you give the array here right side and put a colon here, okay, and left side will be one section. So there are basically the type of data. So basically it's a character array, and this is char. You just focus mouse over here, you will see character array it is in. So I put here char here, and this is something variable, local variable for this for loop. So what it will do, first time it will print this character, second time it will print e. So c will point to each and every character, and it will keep on printing because it's a 2-char array. So 2-char array, it will become the array of a string, and then it will keep on printing the things. I will show with the string integer part as well. Just go with the first string example. So you see here, I will show you the debug mode, then it will be very interesting for you. Toggle point, and let me right click, debug as Java application. You see here, first time it is coming here, when it will initialize, it is initialized here, str is initialized, and internally it's a character array. If you want to understand, you can see here, it's a character array. It will create the index position up to 0 to 23, it means the size is 24. Okay, and one by one means, since I have converted in the character array, so this will become the character array. because internally it's a character array representation. I'm clicking here, next. So you see here it is coming. So what is the value of C here? W. First time it is pointing to the W. Then it printed it. When it again come to the loop, it will point to the second value. C is pointing to the E. You can see here. So one by one it will keep on pointing each of the character. So now then two things you understand, then it will be very easy. You just keep watching the value of C. So let me execute it once and then come back. And the important is this variable you can give name any A, B, C, D, P, Q, R, up to you. A, B, C, D I gave, right? So same variable I will print. So A, B, C, D is something local variable. Local variable means just for this for loop. If I run it, one by one it keep on printing out. Or if you want to understand how it printed, just put a thread dot select. Or 1 second. If you run it, then you see the how it is printing W, E, L, one by one. Okay, so now you understand it better. So basically, it is converting into the character array. Character means one by one character it will read and it will just do the looping concepts. So now it terminated, you can see it's completed program. So this is one part. Let me show you for integer part. Array of integer and you want to print it one by one. So you can do that. Let me show you that part, because for understanding purpose this is very important. The name of the array is ARR. The type of array is int, and this is something local variable. V is taken as a local variable, means you can take anything. Okay, and just I'm printing it V and then putting the thread dot select. So you see your first time it will print 10, then 20, then 30, 40. It will keep pointing. V will keep pointing one by one everything. So but the restriction is that you have to start from the first and then it will automatically go to the last, and there is no condition in the for each loop. This is interview question because they will ask you what is the for each loop. So you can tell that this is the way we have used it without any condition, and from start to end if you have to print, then you can check for the for each loop. So I hope it is clear to you all the kind of loops. And you see here we have already covered this part. Break and continue also we have covered, and these are lab exercises also we have covered. So write a number to print the table of 5 first 10 values. Write a program to display prime number. So this part is a like doable question from your side. To give a try, but if you're not able to do, then I will resolve it next day. So it'll be okay, right? So next class. And the advice is that just do one program daily. I tell all of my students the same thing, because nowadays I have seen people are considering your profile. If you are good in programming, at least you should do some, and like the page will be blank, you have to write everything from your memory. Then that has become very difficult for like newcomers, because once you are stuck somewhere they will catch you, oh, this person is experienced or not experienced. So that's why I am advising you to go with the programming concepts. Okay, so that's all for today's class. Anyone has any doubt, other doubts? If no doubt, then we should stop the recording for today, and you will find the recording and all such things in the group. Okay.
Yeah.